Hey folks, Bill here from Survival War. Thank you for joining me today. I got another survival kit video for you. Today we're going to go over a mesh tin survival kit that I built. This is the SilverAnt medium ultralight titanium mesh tin. They reached out to me a while ago, seeing if I wanted to try any of their products, and I was looking at buying a mesh tin, so I thought I'd jump on it and try out theirs. This is 6.5 inches long by 2.6 inches wide. It has a total volume of about 27 ounces. And the mesh tin itself empty weighs in at 6.7 ounces or about 190 grams. So it's very light as it sits. The entire survival kit that I built this around weighs 25.7 ounces. So I think this is quite a capable kit for not too much weight. You can see it's very small. This will fit in a cargo pocket, so keep that in mind. You can fit this in a cargo pocket. Ideally, you're going to throw it in a backpack or a haversack. So with that, we'll crack into it. You can see classic mesh tin like the Trangias and some of the other ones out there. Has a lid with a fold-out handle, and inside we have our survival kit. So what we'll do, we're just going to set this up there, and we'll start going through the contents. First thing on top, you see, I'm a big advocate for carrying super glue, whether it's to clean up or close up small cuts. You can use as a fire starter, repair gear, number of uses. It's very light, so we have some super glue in this kit. Right off the top of the bat, we have some number 18 bank line. This is about 50 feet total, so that's going to give us our cordage to make shelter, improvise things, build a Roycroft pack frame if we'd want to, and so on. So we always want to have quality cordage. You guys know, generally, number 18 bank line is my go-to. So next up, we have a Bic. This is the full size, and I always go with an orange one. That way, if it's dropped, it's easy to see. These are the most reliable disposable lighters out there, so that's why we always go with a Bic. We don't go with the off-brands. A Bic's always the way to go, at least for me. So compass. We have a basic compass. This is just the Brunt and True tag along. This is the glow-in-the-dark version. We want a compass, that way we know which way we're traveling and that we're able to walk in a straight line and we're not just walking around in circles if we are mobile. So having a quality compass is key in a survival kit like this. This one we're going to go with a smaller one, so this is just the Brunt and tag along. You can see not very big, but definitely a quality compass. So set that here. Our tool for this kit is, of course, our Victorinox Farmer X. This is the go-to Swiss Army knife as far as I'm concerned. If you want survival, bushcraft, this, without having a pair of pliers, handles just about everything. You got scissors, a saw, the knife blade, the awl, and the classic saw from Victorinox. Guys, you know this is one we talk about all the time. Maybe we might have to do a separate video just on this at some point. But the Victorinox Farmer X is our cutting tool. Then we have our roll of duct tape. We've talked about this. Repairing gear, fire starter, improvised bandages, number of uses. We can fix our shelter, and a number of things. So we have some duct tape. We carry duct tape in all of our kits. Being in a survival kit, we want to have the ability to improvise, think outside the box. So duct tape, cordage, super glue. These things allow us to build stuff and think on our toes. So our shelter for this is an XL SOL heat sheet. You guys know this is my preferred space blanket, survival blanket. Not that you're using it as a blanket, this is going to be our shelter component. So this allows us to set up a tarp. We can do a number of things with this, keep us wet, get us out of the weather. So this is one of the key components in a survival kit, and that's our shelter component. Set that there. We're going to move some stuff around because I don't have too much space on the log. So next up, we have a signal mirror. I started doing this recently. I keep these in a Ziploc bag. That way the mirrors don't get scratched up. I had another one that I was using, and it just got pretty scratched up. So we're going to keep it in a Ziploc bag in our kit. The ability to signal at distance during the day. These signal mirrors are quite useful for that. So we want to be able to signal rescuers, search and rescue, wherever they may be. You can use this at a distance or not too far, but we always have our signal mirror. One of our fire starters in here, we just got 7 Tinder Quicks. Gives us the capability of starting 7 fires with our lighter, and we also have a Ferro rod included in here. So we have a couple different tinders. This one is the waxed Tinder Quicks, so we have some fire starters. We do have a little bit of food in here. These are just 2 solely fruit jerkies. These last, they're reasonably nutritious, and they're going to give you that little boost. And they're pretty healthy, all things considering. So we wanted some kind of snack in here, some kind of food, energy to keep us going if we are in a situation. You can only pack so much, so we want to try and have something without overbearing the kit and making us lose in other places. So we do have some food in here. We also have honey. You guys have heard me talk about this, why we carry the raw honey. This can be used as an improvised antiseptic for wounds and stuff, but you can also use it as an energy boost, add it to a tea you're making, number of different uses, so we always have raw honey in our kits. Snare wire. You guys have heard me talk. This gives us the ability, depending on our situation, to, again, along with rope, duct tape, the glue, your tool, to improvise, build things, and allows us to build traps. So snares, it allows us to get some food, or build things that will aid us in survival. So just a multi-use item. Some snare wire should be in every kit, guys. Next up, small fishing kit. Nothing too fancy. Couple weights, some small flies, about 30 feet or about 25 feet of fishing line. I think it's number 10 pound. We don't have too much. It's just something small. Catch a couple panfish, whatever it may be. In my area, we have a lot of water, a lot of streams, trout streams. So I have a fishing kit, small fishing kit in all my survival kits. So next up, a curved repair needle. Your number one piece of shelter in a survival situation is your clothes. So if something happens, we have some thread here on a curved repair needle. Lets us do some quick repairs. And I like the curved ones. It's easier to sew through and pop back up. Just makes it a little easier. So ability to repair our clothes and gear, because our clothes are our number one source of shelter. So keep that in mind. Next up, we have a Right in the Rain notebook along with a pencil. Allows us to take notes, leave notes if we're moving. We can leave locations, plans on where we're going, what happened. So having the ability to leave notes and take notes on stuff you need to remember in a situation is key. So we have a Right in the Rain notebook and a pencil. Next up, these guys got tangled up. We have our photon light. You guys have seen me talk about this. Great little light. These last a long time. These are in all my survival kits. These are the best flashlight in this kind of style. So this is the photon light. That gives us light little, if we have to do some light work at night, this will allow us to do that. So always have a little flashlight, some kind of light source in your kit. Next up, when I picked that up, was the tiny ferro rod here. It's just on lanyard. It's about 1 3/4 inches long, so enough to get some fires going, especially with your Tinder Quicks and the other Tinder we have in here. So small ferro rod on a lanyard, kind of give us the ability to make fire after fire. So yes, we have a lighter. That's our primary. But if the weather's real bad, you got wind, rain, this will still allow you to get a spark when a lighter won't work well. So that's why we always have a ferro rod. Had our signal mirror. Now we get to our titanium signal whistle. We wanted to try and keep this kit as light as possible. So we went with a titanium one. This is the Vargo instead of the heavier plastic ones I have. So your voice will give out long before your ability to blow a whistle. So this is what we want. You do your 3 SOS blasts. If you are in a situation when you're immobilized, this allows you to signal without being moving. You hear somebody get on this, it's going to be a lot louder than trying to scream, and you're not going to lose your voice. So a good signal whistle, always in your kits, whatever it may be. This is a Vargo. We've talked jet, scream, storm whistles, whatever it may be. A good quality signal whistle is one of the most important pieces in your kit. So keep that in mind, folks. Whirl pack bags. This one's a 1 liter stand-up. We have that in here because we also have 20 Aqua tabs. With these Aqua tabs, that if you just use 1 tab per bag, that'll give you 20 liters. But You can cut each tab in half. Each tab is good for up to 64 ounces. So you have 40 liters here you can purify using that Whirl Pack. So we have water, the ability to make safe drinking water. And that's one of the, if not the most important part of a survival kit. We have the ability to chemically make safe, and this allows us to boil. The mess tin allows us to boil water. And remember, it has a 27 ounce capacity. So you can boil, fill that up, and then you can still use this. So number of uses here, a number of different ways to get safe drinking water, and that's a key in a survival situation. Another fire starter, we have our Fresnel Lens. You can also use this for other things. You get slivers, you can magnify, but these take up no weight, no space virtually. That's why we have these in all of our kits. This is an infinite fire starter. Yes, it takes sunlight, but you can often wait for that sunlight and make it work. So we always have a Fresnel lens in our survival kits. Last few things, we have a Tough Possum fire card. These are the Wazoo style ones. You just slice off a little edge. You can use a ferro rod or a lighter, light that fire starter, and that'll give you the ability to get non-perfect tinders going. So we always have one of these. We have the Tinder Quicks that we have multiple options as far as fire starters go. Couple waterproof bandages in here, different sizes, nothing too extensive, but if we get a cut on our hands are what help us work, so we need to protect them. So we always have some bandages that way we can cover up those small cuts so they don't turn into major problems. Last three items in here, a little hard to grab out. We have a sail needle, repair gear, backpacks. It's just heavier for pushing through canvas, nylon, so, and you can magnetize this and use it as an improvised compass. So number of uses, that's why we're always going to have, they take up no space. So we have a heavy duty sewing needle. Right here we have a disposable razor blade. Number of uses, it's an extra cutting edge. If you have to dig something out, this is going to allow you to be pretty precise with it. So we have a razor blade again. No space, no weight. That's why we put them in our kits. Lastly, just a single safety pin. It allows you to get slivers, splinters out, do a number of things. So repair gear, whatever, maybe improvised fish hooks. Just a multi-use item. So we have one of those in there. So in this kit, it gives us a lot of options, a lot of capabilities, different ways to make safe water, different ways to start fire, different ways to improvise gear with string, tape, glue, and a Swiss Army knife. Our shelter component, some snacks, first aid, plenty of fire, improvised antiseptic. We got a lot of our bases covered here. The ability to leave notes, take notes, boil water, and being a mess tin, we can use this to make charred material. So this gives us a lot of options. I've been messing with this. I got some SilverAnt sent me some titanium stuff, and I've been using it, working it over, and I'm really happy with it. This is one of my favorite kits I've put together. I really like this vessel. So stay tuned. We might have to do some more with this one. If you guys have questions, drop them in the comments. Guys, I really appreciate the support you guys have given me. Sorry this past Wednesday didn't get a video. I was planning for our big camping trip we just got back from. So we had that, and you'll see some posts on that on Instagram, and if you follow me on Bushcraft USA. So take care, guys. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for the support. It means the world to me. And have this video here for Sunday. It'll be out, and then we have another video coming out Wednesday. So thank you, guys. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.